Hi, Sicianas. Welcome to Girl Please Podcast. It's Alina here.
Hey, bitches. It's Amanda.
I'm already exhausted. I know you said this because we have so many topics that are like sad and draining for women that we don't even want to get into this episode.
Literally, like I was voice noting you on the way and I'm like, I love recording with you. It's like recording with my best friend. Yeah. I'm like, but the topics we have this week are so depressing. I feel like I'm going through these
baby mama drama, divorces, like so much is happening.
Yes.
And like I wanted to come on here and rant about women's pajamas. And you know what? It doesn't feel right anymore. Do you want to know what my problem is with women's pajamas?
Please let me know.
Okay. And I'm kind of mad about this. I also have like a little personal vendetta against some girl who like said the thing on TikTok before I could, but she took the words right out of my brain. I've always been frustrated with women's pajamas because why are they collared? I'm not going to wear a collared shirt like on the regular. Like it's just not really like unless I'm in business wear. Why are we in business wear to bed? Why can't we have a cute crew neck? Don't you think that's weird?
I don't wear pajamas, so
no, I don't either.
I never thought about it.
I don't wear them either because they're collared. Like the set.
I see what you mean.
Do you know what I mean? Like I was
like a traditional
set. You
set.
know what brought this back into like fire in my life? Because I will wear like, yes, I know you can wear nothing to bed or like a big t-shirt. I love a big t-shirt. Like that's what I like to sleep in. So now my friend had come to visit like 2 weeks ago, our girl Cassidy. My other like bestie from back home is coming to visit tomorrow. So I'm like, I need pajamas.
She doesn't have any other besties. She means
like
an associate, a friend.
Correct. Thank you for fact checking
me. You can have
me
other friends.
because we will always give you the truth here at Girl Please.
We need to talk about that for a second. You're like, oh, I have a friend coming to visit.
You get really
and I was
lit.
like, why?
Yeah. What is the purpose? What is the need?
And then I'm like, you know what? Enjoy it.
Yeah.
After I get over my little attitude.
Yeah. So your man was on a work trip, so you'll get to enjoy the day with him, and I'll leave you
I
alone.
told him when he was away, I was like, you know, me and Alina were actually talking about having a sleepover since you're going to be
I'm
away.
screaming. He's probably like, what the fuck is going on?
I'm sorry, continue.
Oh my God, that is so funny. Oh my God, poor Nico. Like, God bless him because he really deals with us having like our own little like.
I tell you, I try and put you in our family photos, everything.
That's so funny. Actually, there's like a thing that Giggly Squad says, like the girls always say that they're like in like a like what kind of partnership, like a domestic partnership kind of thing, but like it's like a friendship marriage. It's so funny how they describe it.
I got to run everything by you.
God bless your man for dealing with the fact that we do this. Like we have our weekly date nights, like
yes,
for sure.
Yes, we went to the movies last night.
We went to the movies, but yeah, we'll get into that in a hot sec. But I'm thinking like, oh, I wish like Cassidy came over. You know Cassidy. Let me paint a picture of our friend Cassidy.
She's so cute.
She is the type of girl that like, you know, we used to live in the same complex as her. She will change her wreath for every season on her door. She changes her little doormat that's like, you know, it'll be like a puppy theme, then it'll be a Halloween theme, then for spring it has flowers. Like this is the type of girl she is. Like farmer's market and just like loves the grocery store. Like she had the cutest little silk set pajamas when she came to stay with me.
I can picture it.
And I'm like, I need to, and now my other friend is coming in. I'm like, I need to step up my pajama game. And then I'm like, I'm so sick of these collared shirt ass fucking sets. Like, why are they collared?
And now that I think about it, I think about when I was working in the corporate world and we had to dress up for work. Yeah. Why do I have to wear a collared shirt as a woman too? Exactly. You know how like that's like
I would avoid it at all costs.
Yeah.
I would try my very best. I used to like, God bless the fact that we work remote. I used to feel so uncomfortable in my skin wearing corporate wear. Like I didn't feel like myself. I didn't feel confident. I didn't feel good. And like also being like we're both bigger chested and just it made me feel so uncomfortable and like large and like the button. I hated that shit. So I always tried to find a way around
like cute dresses,
making like corporate wear like feel like me. And it was such a thing.
Girl, we had casual Fridays and I lived for it.
Yes.
Lived for it. Yeah. Shout out my old boss, Adam.
Yeah.
One time I was in office on a casual Friday and I had a t-shirt on that said Chardonnay all day.
Oh my God. That's extreme. You went all the way off
He definitely called me in the office and was like, maybe don't wear that shirt again.
That's hilarious. Wait, you're an icon, a living legend. Did you even think twice? You're like, nope, this is casual Friday.
For me, I'm like, who even drinks wine? Because I wasn't drinking wine those days,
Funny. That's like, you're like, wine is classy.
Yes.
This is for work.
This is corporate.
I didn't put tequila. That's funny. That's actually
good times.
Incredible. And look at you just climbing the corporate ladder from there. That is super funny. Wow. Yes. We should talk about the movie that we went to see.
Yes. First off, I love our little dates.
I know, me too.
Amanda got turned at the movies last night.
Yeah, you did. Yeah. The only reason I didn't go for a nightcap with you after was because I had to get home to my son and get him dinner.
It was for the better.
Yeah. Yeah. But we saw Reminders of Him, which is an adaptation from one of our favorite books by Colleen Hoover.
Yes, our pod girlies that have been following us from the beginning when we were a book pod club. Book podcast.
Yeah, book club podcast.
Yes, you guys know we love this. Yeah, I'm like,
there's a couple words. Yeah. All together now.
Guys, bear with me.
Still drunk from the movies last night.
Yeah, still feeling it.
Yes.
But yes, you guys know that we love this book if you are an OG of us, and we had to watch the film.
For sure. We were so excited to hear that it was getting a movie adaptation, but that was also like, I think before all of the It Ends With Us drama was happening, like we were like so hyped for all the things coming in the Colleen Hoover world. And then it's like, I do feel like the budget just like, it wasn't the same kind of, and I think she needed this. It wasn't the same kind of production that they gave like It Ends With Us. Like that was a big budget film.
She needed no drama, and she's not going to have drama. Yes. Because she was like, she's too scared. She's like, please just give me people on the come up.
Yes. Well, Tyreek Withers was a good one.
Yes.
Great casting. And then we had my sis Lorelai in there.
Honestly, like after watching it, I'm not mad at the casting.
I agree.
I had high standards in the beginning.
Yes.
Because I'm like, I love this book. It's one of my favorites. Yes. But after watching it, I'm like, you know what? It worked well.
I was nervous. I was like, it's just when a book means so much to you. And I have PTSD from people we meet on vacation. And I'll never, even while we were in the movies, I was like, at least it's not as bad as people we meet on vacation.
Yeah.
But
see, the difference with those two, I would say watching the film, Reminders of Him, I think the book's going to be even better.
Yes.
But the people we meet on vacation after watching the film, I don't even care to read the book because I'm just like...
Justice for my girl Poppy in that movie because they made her look like a homewrecker. And that man did not have a girlfriend when anything went down and when they met. So like that pisses me off. She never kissed that man when he had a girlfriend. That is crazy. He never proposed. Like all of this was like made up bullshit. Like
sometimes as an author, it's okay to say no to
a film. It's okay to say no. It's okay to stick to the integrity of your story.
Yes.
However, that's people we meet on vacation. For Reminders of Him, I will say I was going in with a very low bar because I loved this book so much and I just wanted to like give it low expectations and just enjoy that I love the story. And I was okay with it. I was happy with it. I would say the plot felt a little rushed. Like there were moments where I felt we could have had more buildup with our characters. Like Ledger and Kenna are supposed to meet and kind of like have this thing between them before he even knows who she is.
They fall in love first.
Yeah. And she uses like a fake name. He doesn't realize that's his best friend's girl who like supposedly murdered him. It's a whole... I think that was a little rushed and they skipped that part.
She didn't murder him. It was an accident.
Don't say any of the... We don't need to give any
I know, but
reveals.
You're making it sound like she murdered
this. Supposedly.
Oh.
I said supposedly.
Oh, I was like, wait.
He's not supposed to be like, oh my God, this is the girl that's supposedly responsible for before he knows anything.
Yeah.
For my best friend's death. And...
I do like that they kept a lot of the big parts of the book in the film.
I think they did a good job. I loved Lady Diana. I think they did a good job of keeping most of the main points. Like I said, I think they could have invested more in like the love story before the reveal happened of like who she is. However, still happy with it. Definitely would see it again. And I cried. I cried a few times. And I would give it a 7 out of 10.
For me, I wish they made it a TV show instead of a movie because they could have done the first season of
like a
them
little
falling in love.
Mini-series even.
Yes. I just think the first season could have been them falling in love. Yeah. Second season, like it ends with like he finds out who she is and then she's working her way to like get her daughter back. Like I wish it was slower, but I agree. It exceeded my expectations from the beginning. Yeah. So I would give it about a 7 as well.
Yeah. And I would say I'm interested to know, like, people who have not read the book, when they watch it, would they enjoy it as much? Like, for me, I feel like I was emotional because I know the story. I know what's coming. I see them meet, and I'm already invested in these characters before anything happens because I know their story. So I'm curious to hear from people who maybe haven't read it and just watched it. And if they like organically like enjoy it. But it did seem like the people in the theater around us were like into it.
Well, I think they read the book like us.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I agree. I cried mostly because I know the storyline. Yeah. Not because if I watched it from beginning to end, I don't know if I would feel the same attachment.
Right.
But of course, if you read the book, you're going to cry watching
and
the movie.
And they made it more PG. They gave it a really PG, like, it's probably, I don't know what it's rated. It's probably,
yeah PG-13.
Maybe. They didn't even say, like, there's a like a line in the book that has a curse in it, and they made, instead of the F word, they said frickin'. So, like, I'm like, I don't know. Like, even there were sex scenes that were cut. Their first kiss scene, like, didn't happen the way it was supposed to. Like, there were not really many kisses even until the end. Like, I don't know. I think they definitely.
I think that's us wanting it more slowed down.
Yeah.
But I would recommend it.
Yeah. Okay. Not mad at it. Nope. And at least it wasn't ruined like the last Colleen book that we liked. So there's that.
I can't believe there's not going to be a second film.
But like crazy. And the thing is about It Ends With Us, the movie was great. It was great. Like, people I know are just like enraged, but like if you take a second and remove the drama, they did a fantastic job. So I don't know what.
My honey landed.
Oh, okay. Sorry. No, I'm like, what is the smirk? What's happening?
I hope you see that live, babe. My face.
It's really cute. So excited. But yeah, like the film wasn't bad, so it's like.
It wasn't.
We would have loved to see a part 2.
You know what we could do? Forget the movie even happened. Let's make it a TV show. Whole new cast, you know, then it could. There's so many times where I love a book and I wish it was longer. Yeah. I wish we saw what happened after.
And then they waste the shows on stupid ones like The Perfect Couple where they changed everything.
You see there's going to be a season 2?
Oh, God.
Girl, season 2.
Yeah, that's terrible. They changed that whole story. They even changed what the, like, plot twist ending is.
The siblings like, are, like, everything.
The whole thing is crazy.
Yeah.
As you can tell, we love to read if you haven't been following us from that era. And, like, these movie adaptations, they mean a lot to us.
I cannot wait for the Mind F series to come out.
Yeah.
I loved the books. Amazing, amazing, amazing. It's about a woman serial killer, and I love it.
Yeah.
And they better.
For me personally, I'm on the edge of my seat waiting for the Fourth Wing series to come out.
Not me.
Really?
I'm just so. I feel like I'm fantasied out. Like I'm so. I need to get back to my thrillers.
But it's gonna be a show. Girl, I will be sad. Like I am literally. I cannot wait. Like every little update that we get from Rebecca, I'm like clinging to.
Oh, not me.
Oh my God, I'm shocked. I'm obsessed with that series.
Between ACOTAR and that, I need like a.
Yeah, but you're not reading it now.
I know, but I have PTSD. Like I just think about how much fantasy we went through, and
oh my God.
And then I'm always disappointed with fantasy books when they come into like shows, and so I'm just like I'm trying to be hopeful though.
Yeah, I think it's going to be amazing, and Rebecca really is passionate about how they've done such an amazing job.
She will stick to the story, which I appreciate.
And then the other thing is Sarah J. Maas has said the same. Like she has the rights back, and like she's going to take her time. Like she also went. I couldn't. I'm upset that I couldn't watch her interview because I'm in the middle of the ACOTAR series, and I can't. I don't want spoilers yet, and I haven't read a lot of her other books she was talking about, so I need to wait. Mm-hmm. But she's very protective of the ACOTAR series becoming a show, and she's like, I don't want to be right. I'm going to dedicate like everything to making sure this is done right. So it's just like it's another way of showing the story to people who haven't read it. So like I want to put everything into that the way I do my writing. So she's going to be very thoughtful. We'll have time before that one comes out, but I am sat for Fourth Wing.
I know. I say that now. Watch it come out. I'm going to be like, ah!
You're going to be. I have a feeling it's going to be insane.
Maybe I just can't read any more fantasy books for a bit.
Yeah, that's fine. I understand.
But I do need some good TV shows.
And I'm reading right now The Love Hypothesis by Allie Hazelwood, which is becoming a movie, which we talked about with Lily Reinhart in it. Mm-hmm. Highly recommend. Love. And you're taking a pause on reading. But we are watching Paradise, which if you want a new show, you haven't seen Paradise, that's a great one.
I'm trying to force it on my mom. She's like, what is it about? I'm like, and then I basically tell the whole thing.
You're the worst of the worst. Don't ever tell Amanda what you're watching. If she's already seen it, she'll tell you the whole thing. That's horrible.
I know. Especially with this episode, it leaves you on a cliffhanger with this Alix
thing. A lot of these episodes have left us on a
I'm like, Google, what can I find out?
Oh my God. It's on Hulu. Paradise. Very good.
Very good.
I've told everyone I know about it. Yep. I love it. I love Sterling K. Brown.
I have to talk about Virgin River. New season just came out. Binged it. Done. So good. Really? I'm obsessed. Mind you, I'm someone that I'm very hit and miss with love stories.
Yeah.
And this is basically a love TV show. And it's just, I love it so much.
Good. Okay.
I will literally look at Nico and I'm like, look how cute they are. Look how cute they are. Are we this cute?
He's like, yes. What else?
I'm like, you see that house he built?
What else
he built that house for her.
Oh my God. I need you to chop the wood.
Yes.
And I need you to build us they're in...
I'm like, we need to move into a cabin.
You're like, we got to go find farmland.
Yes.
That is so funny and cute. Okay.
Yes.
Alix Earle, on a happy note, before we get into our bad stories.
So proud of her.
Our queen launched a skincare brand, which is very on brand for her. Mm-hmm. She's been very candid about her journey with acne and her skin. And I love that she's so real. She's like, here's a zoom in on the pimples I have this week. She's always been that
she's
girl.
So cute. She puts the little patches on.
Yeah.
She goes through a whole thing. And I'm like, all right, I'm going to stop giving my man a hard time about going through one.
She's so real. Let me eat a burrito with no hands. Let me show you my pimples all over my chin.
She's herself. Yeah.
I love that about her. I love that she's doing a skincare line. And I think it's very much on brand. And her marketing for this line is called Reale Actives. Real is spelled with an E at the end. It's a rearrangement of her last name, which I love. Her marketing was sending puzzle pieces to New York City influencers and people in her circle, and then she put each piece together to unveil, and everyone watched. We were all sat as each puzzle piece came from each influencer. I thought that was genius.
I thought the little episode or advertisement clip that she posted, she looked beautiful.
She looked so incredible. So yeah, I'm excited for that. I think this is a good move for her for sure. And the only thing that bothered me was and I get it. It's a guessing game. What is Alix doing? Whatever. And they even had a hashtag WTF is Alix doing? Some girl looked up the filings and was like, this is the name. It's going to be Reale Actives. And she was showing her proof and this and that. And it's just let her freaking unveil the puzzle pieces. Why do you have to make I just thought
I would have blocked that girl.
You would have. It really bothers me. What do you gain for doing this?
Yeah.
And it went so viral. And then TMZ posted what it's going to be called before. Come on.
This is a great segue into TMZ.
Yeah, we didn't need to do that. Lots of TMZ stories happening this week.
TMZ, you guys are making that money, honey. Y'all doing a lot. Y'all busy.
They were very busy this past week. We cannot mention TMZ without getting into our girl Huda. Sissiana, we just want to say we're sending you lots of love.
Yes.
And we see that she's still singing and doing things she's on a jet ski. Mm-hmm. She's at the gym. She's trying to stay positive.
Honestly, I think the way she's handling it is so mature and bitches hate to see it.
Yes.
Hate to see it. She's focusing on her. She's letting her lawyers deal with everything. Everything coming out between the text messages, everything with her and Louis and his baby mother. I'm not even going to name you. No, I guess we can name her. Everyone knows her name's Nicole. She's saying that she got a restraining order on Huda.
What's very difficult is people are like, oh my gosh, this has happened. And Huda threatened Nicole. And there's all of these documents to prove it. First of all, the documents are only Nicole's statements. So there are no documents of this evidence that proves it, that's stronger than like anything that Huda has released. It's one statement versus another statement. The documents that you guys are so pressed about are Nicole's words to the police.
The text messages aren't even to Nicole. They're not about Nicole.
And those are not, we don't even know the validity of those messages. Mm-hmm. The only thing that came out from the filing is like a handwritten statement from Nicole. And there's nothing to say that Huda, and we know as a mother that she would never threaten her own child or somebody else's. And there's nothing even in those text messages to show that.
And God forbid there is some truth to those messages.
Yeah.
I also see it as like, what I don't know many girls that have never crashed on their life, especially at that age. I have been that. And if anything, I feel for her more. I'm just like, you shouldn't be feeling this way about a man.
Yeah.
You should go get help, and I say that so wholeheartedly because I care about you.
Yeah.
And I think people need to have that approach instead of being like, she's crazy, she's this, she's that, like her fans are crazy. And it's like, give it a fucking rest.
The thing is, like, it's so frustrating that Nicole was able to, like, it just is all very fishy to me. She files this restraining order against Huda a month after this alleged incident happens. That doesn't make sense to me. Then doesn't have any proof of any threats whatsoever. So this to me seems like petty BS. You got involved in a fight of a relationship that had nothing to do with you. Mm-hmm. You're making it this big deal, and now you're trying to get custody and run away with your kid. It all sounds very calculated to me. You have no proof of any sort of threats. What? You're just going to find some tea of this girl having a fight with her man, and maybe in a moment she didn't feel secure about things, and you're going to blow that up, and all of a sudden, all of your posts on Instagram you had archived, you put your pictures back up. And then all of a sudden you want to get custody and you waited a month to do all of this. That doesn't make sense. If you felt like you were in danger, why did you not do it in that moment? Mm-hmm. You called the police. If she had really done the things that you said, why was Huda not arrested?
Yep, I agree. My 3 issues with Nicole. One is, girl, you're pushing 40. And you're bullying a 25-year-old. What is wrong with you? Like, no comment on that. And then second, you're writing letters to Free Diddy. Looking at you sideways.
People are believing.
Yes. And then third, when you go to your reshared post, the stuff you're posting is very subliminal. It's like, you cannot stand your baby daddy and you cannot stand the woman he's with. And it's like, give it a rest.
Yeah. So it's very clear, like, what your motives are. And I'm really frustrated with the people who are sitting here being like, but there's court documents to support Nicole's claims. Her court documents are her statements to the police. She could be lying about her statements. She could be exaggerating. She could say whatever she wants. And then when a statement comes out on Huda's behalf, everyone's like, well, that's just a statement. Those are just people on Huda's side. Yeah, well, the court documents that you're so obsessed with are just Nicole's side and Nicole's words. Like, let this go to court. Let the legal process play out. And I do want to read some. Go ahead.
Yeah, and the last thing I'll say about it too is, like, if you think about it, all the stuff that TMZ is getting, it's not stuff they're validating. It's stuff that's being told to them. So, you can only take so much with a grain of salt, especially because we see conflicting things. Yeah. They release this, but then it's like, but then someone on her side says this. So I think people just need to see how it plays out and just shut up about it.
They've shared both sides of the matter. Mm-hmm. They also confirmed that there was a phone call in February on the night that Nicole claims that this happened to the LAPD. Okay, so if they did call the LAPD, why was there no arrest? Because there was no wrongdoing. Why wouldn't they have arrested her? So this is the statement that Huda's that has been shared with TMZ. So TMZ wrote this. This is what actually Huda made a statement first, and she said, "I'm aware of what's being said, and it's not true. I'm handling everything the right way by letting legal take care of it. I appreciate everyone who continues to support me." Now,
I said, say less, sis.
Now, sources with direct knowledge tell TMZ Huda has never been in contact with Nicole, nor has she ever threatened Nicole or Nicole and Louis' child. If anything, our sources say Nicole has prevented Huda from meeting or speaking with the child, seemingly out of envy since Huda and Louis began their relationship. Sounds about right. Additionally, our sources claim Nicole has made hateful and false statements about Huda and Huda's child, despite Huda never having spoken negatively about anyone's kid. According to the sources, the allegations that Huda threatened her own child are entirely false, obviously. And both Huda and Louis are attentive parents who consistently prioritize their children above all else.
It's insane.
Do you really think that Louis would still be with Huda if Huda endangered his child?
No. And then I also see it as, if that was the case, which it's not, you chose to have a baby with this man. You chose to be with a guy, 25 years old.
Who was still going on reality dating shows.
Yes. And it's like, what did you, I don't understand. Like, that's why I don't know if there's any truth to anything she says.
Yeah. And I find that there's a lot on Huda's side of the story that negates that. And I think she's handling it the right way by being like, you know what? We're going to let the court process play out. It will be handled legally as it should. She's taking the high road. She's not going and bashing and doing. She's just like keeping her peace and doing her thing.
The way she's moving shows me that the way Nicole's trying to portray her is not who she is.
Yeah.
She's showing us that's not who she is. She has not given us any reason to like think anything about her since she left the villa.
Yeah.
She's not clout chasing. She's literally just focusing on her family, her love life, and that's it.
The problem is that people love to see things like this and run with them, especially when it was at first only one side of the story. And that's like what forced her to even have to address it.
Yep.
And it's so frustrating because I'm sure you want to share and you have so much that you could say and you don't. And it's really sad, but you know people are just like living for these headlines, and this is what they do.
I think she needed to release that statement.
Yeah.
I even mentioned to you, like, with everything coming out, I was kind of getting annoyed. I'm like, sis, defend yourself.
Yeah.
Say something. Like, you know, I want to back you.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying I believe anything being said about you, but I need you to say something. When she posted that, I was just like, that's all I needed to hear.
Yeah, for sure. We got you, sis. We're sending love and light your way, and hopefully this will soon be a thing of the past. I believe their court date is April 3rd, so that's next week.
Odds are bigger and better.
Yeah.
Speaking of, Amaya, your songs are coming out, girl.
Go back to the studio. It's not good.
No, you know how I feel like sometimes women come out with like songs that are like catchy, you know, but it's like, I could have done that too.
Yeah.
You know, that's how I'm feeling right now. I'm not seeing it and being like, wow, talent. No offense.
It was giving rhyming.
Let me stop.
Okay.
We wish you luck, though.
Well, yeah.
I'm excited to hear it.
No way. Like, we're just, you know, you didn't support our friend. And
I know.
that's fine.
I know. Like, anytime you, like, I hear anything you post, I'm looking at you sideways and I'm trying to, like, not.
Yeah. We're working on that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll be better.
We're very defensive of our sister. Okay. More baby mama drama. Are we ready for the next one?
Which one?
The Bachelorette has been canceled.
Oh.
Taylor Frankie Paul's season will
That's
not
baby daddy
air.
drama.
Baby daddy drama, for sure.
Okay. So I feel like when I heard The Bachelorette was going to be Taylor, I was like, this is interesting.
Clutching your pearls.
Yeah, I was like,
This is going to be.
do they know
Yeah.
how she got on TV and all these things and what's called? But I'm like, you know what? Whatever, like growth, you know? And then when everything was released by Dakota, right before The Bachelorette was going to air, we see this video from 3 years come out of her abusing Dakota.
Yeah.
And it's hard to watch, mostly
Really
because
hard to
there's a
watch.
kid in it, you know?
Yeah.
It
was hard to see. I really had a difficult time. She was like lit up. She was throwing stools. She was grabbing at him. She was kicking at him. The baby's crying. Like, it's sad.
And for me, Dakota's a devil because your first instinct is to take out your phone and record.
Yeah, now protect the kid.
How about call the police? How about remove her from that situation?
Yeah.
So
and she was really drunk. They were in the middle of a fight. You know this. You're not trying to de-escalate it. You whip out your phone and you're saying, "You always do this, Taylor." Like, you're narrating. You know what you're doing, and you're recording. So your side of things that led to whatever moment that we're seeing for a few seconds is not on there because you're not going to release anything that's damaging about you.
yeah, regardless, we don't condone how she was acting. Like, that's, it breaks my heart to see women have to act like this and think a man is worth it.
Yeah.
I would never put my hands on a man. And, I would be way done with someone before even thinking of doing that.
Yeah.
There's way other outlets. Like, girl, we would have taken you to that place where you smash things.
Yeah. I think, like, she's very wrapped up in a very toxic relationship. And it's like this sick, like, almost like when people are, like, in addiction and it's like this sickness. Like, she needs to be pulled out of it. And this video being released in conjunction with what I would say is the worst season for her of Mormon Wives is just not a good look. Like, she's in a very toxic cycle. But Dakota himself is also not innocent.
No.
And it's funny to me that the Bachelorette decides to pull Taylor Frankie Paul's season over a domestic abuse incident that they were fully aware of. This happened 3 years ago in 2023. The incident was very well documented on their season of Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. There's an arrest record. She was punished legally. There are podcast recordings of Taylor admitting to all of this, of Dakota saying the same thing. So this was 100% public knowledge. There was a record. There was everything that ABC said, yep, we're going to make her the Bachelorette. And they only pulled the season when the public saw it. So to me, this is not taking a stance against domestic violence. This is trying to curtail any public outrage for having her as a Bachelorette after they've seen the video. But you were fine with her actions before people saw.
I have no sympathy for ABC. This is who you chose.
Yeah.
And you wanted her for clicks.
Fully knowing.
You wanted it for views. You didn't care about her past, obviously. So the fact that you guys don't release it, that is on you. And even I do feel bad for the men that went on the show, not because I feel like they deserve, like, some go on it for clout, we know that. But they did take time out of their life to film.
Yeah.
So I heard they are suing ABC.
Oh, wow, yeah.
And then I don't know if, it might have been a rumor, but I heard ABC is considering suing
So they
Taylor?
can't.
They can't.
That's
okay.
a rumor.
That's a rumor. Okay.
But the thing is, like, people who have spoken out about this that are legal experts are like, if anything, it would be Taylor suing ABC because they have, and she's still apparently getting, now there's a story that I just saw that she's still getting fully paid for the season, even though it's not airing. Because the only reason they would pull a season is due to their morality clause, which stands from the moment of signing. And this is something they were fully aware of and signed off on and approved and decided we're still going with this girl. So it backfired on them for making a choice fully knowing that she was arrested over a domestic abuse incident. And they have, like, supposedly no leg to stand on, but she, who's, like, invested her time in all of these things and all these brand deals that have fallen through because of it, and you have all these men, like, they more so have rights to sue than ABC does because they signed up for this.
Mm-hmm. Two things I want to say before we get into the show of her right before she went on The Bachelorette. The fact that this happened 3 years ago and, she knew Dakota recorded her acting this way. I could never allow that man in my bed again. Like, we would be co-parenting. That's it. I would have no respect for him.
Yeah.
Because this is something that, can ruin me one day. And, I wasn't in my right mind. We're obviously talking for each other. I don't know how to, up until she went on The Bachelorette, she was still dealing with this man, knowing that happened. Knowing he gave that to the police. Knowing that, I feel like there's knowing that her kids may see this one day. I don't know how she can even like him.
It's so hard because when you're in it, it's so different. I don't think there's, like, rational thought there. I think, like I said, it's like when someone's addicted to a drug, it's like, yeah, just stop doing the drug. Like, this is something where if you're a victim of a really toxic, manipulative relationship, sometimes, like, you really need to be, like, pulled out of it, intervention. Like, she's in so deep, like, she's hard to even recognize in this last season.
She's a mother, though. I care and I feel for her, but I also think, like, you need to set an example for your kids. Like, they should be, like, I feel like Dakota shouldn't even be a thought in her mind, especially when she's just raising like her children. And that's what's hard for me. I get it when you're young and you're like naive and all this stuff, but I thought she might be a little more mature in that aspect of like having a family.
Yeah, I think it's like it's so hard to understand because there's women who like stay in relationships where they get beat. There's women who stay in relationships where they get violated. Like there's a whole other layer to this that's like hard on the outside to comprehend. I just hope that like she gets help for herself, for her family. And we have seen, it's so crazy because Dakota's a genius at this. Like he is very good at like being in a public setting and you look at him and it's like, wow, he's a likable, rational guy. He's the type of guy that like will like set something on fire, then like show up to the scene and be like, oh my God, there's a fire. You guys, let me help you get out. Like
I can see that.
It's so insane. Like even the other women on the show have said this about him where like you hear all these things and then you see him come around in the group and you're like, but he's like a nice, likable guy. And it's funny that we have a clip that's resurfaced from the Viall Files podcast from a year ago before this even happened, where Macy and some of the other girls are sitting down to interview and Taylor was supposed to be there. And Nick is like, well, what happened? Like, where's Taylor? And Macy says, you can blame Dakota. And he's like, following up on that. And she's like, well, this is what happens. Anytime she has something big coming out, anytime there's like a big brand deal appearance, something that's going amazing for her, he finds a way to sabotage and ruin it and fight with her and like ruin her moment in whatever way that he can. And now her season's about to drop and 3 days before he releases this video. It's classic. It's classic.
This is why it's so hard for me to understand because it's happened so many times that it's like, girl, choose you. And she has such amazing friends, families there for her. Like she has the best support system, the best. And I think she will get through this. And seeing Jessi talk about everything going on with Taylor is just, Jessi's your girl. That's your friend. Like I think leaning on her is the best thing you can do. She's very level-headed.
And she's like very, you have so many amazing opportunities in front of you. Like you've made it. You've got your own show. You're so beloved. You have all this money now. Like, I hope that like this is such a great wake up call for her to like, and I think now like, I think it's at a point now where like everyone's going to take accountability for this and like get her like away from this man. And you see now after this happened with the season being pulled, he filed for custody. Temporary custody was granted and she can't even see their son until April when they have a court hearing. So like at this point, it's gotta be the end. I do feel like she's in a hole that like she lost herself completely. I do.
She'll find her way back. Yeah. I think Dakota will always be in your life. That's inevitable. Like that's just. But I do think, like you said, you have everything going for you. Yeah. You could have anyone you want. You can have a man that treats you great, and I think Dakota will be your last toxic relationship. And unfortunately, he's just a very, very, very big lesson learned.
Yeah. Yeah. And I will say this about The Bachelorette being canceled. All the headlines are using that term canceled. But if you look at Disney's statement, they said, we will not release the season. We will not release the season. Not the season is canceled. We will not release the season at this time. And then they went on to say, our focus is on supporting the family. Who's the family? Taylor, Frankie, Paul, and her son. Then Taylor releases a statement. And in Taylor's statement, she thanks the network for supporting her in all of this. So clearly ABC has her back in this. And she went so far as to make claims of physical abuse from Dakota in her statement, mental abuse, retaliatory acts. Like there's a whole can of worms here. So I think the network is just like backing and supporting her in this legal journey. And because they said at this time, you have to remember Taylor, Frankie, Paul was the choice to revive the franchise after such low ratings. They need this money. Like they can't afford to have filmed this entire season and then have nothing come of it and lose money and all of these brand deals. Like they're going to lose the franchise.
Yeah, I think they'll release it as well. I think they're going to wait for things to die down a bit. And also, I know we're going to get into Jessi Draper and her on Call Her Daddy, but Jessi even said, like, she can tell when she came back from filming that she was a different person. She's way more level-headed. She was happy.
From Dakota.
Yes. So I think her coming back, and Dakota hated to see it. He hated that she came home and she was done with him. And I bet you that's the case. And he was like, well, you know what? And he did what he did. But I do agree with Jessi. I think, this is going to be her last hurdle of her just getting through this. But
and I think, too, seeing – when you see a video like that, like to me, it's also indefensible. Like, yes, she may also be a victim, but like she was an abuser as well. But I do think so many people have seen how complex this relationship is, and ABC is kind of doing a pulse check. Like there are so many people that are supporting Taylor, Frankie, Paul in all of this and seeing that this is maybe not just like a linear thing. And I think that seeing that she still has all this support, they're like testing the waters. They'll let it die down and then they'll release it.
Yep. I don't think this is who Taylor is to her core.
Yeah.
Regardless, we don't put hands on men butts or on anyone. But I do think, Dakota really made her not herself.
Did you see in the final scenes of season 4 when Taylor is going in to film The Bachelorette?
Or I had to pause.
No, really. Not only does like Dakota come and spend the night before she leaves, they sleep together. She doesn't want to go anymore. She's like lying to her whole family.
And he loved it.
And then when she's like has to give her phone in to go and film The Bachelorette, he's like FaceTiming her and he's like, save me a rose. The manipulation is great. The smirks on his face when
he love bombs her.
Yes.
She's blinded.
Don't you see? She's in this sick, manipulative
and he's laughing
cycle.
To the side.
Yes.
He's like, I got this girl eating right out of my hands.
Yes. And then he's like, let me go F around with one of the girls in the friend group. Let me go sext her mom's friend.
Yeah. While she's away, I'm going to do me.
Yeah. And then I'll tell her she's the one who chose this. I've wanted to be with you all along.
I just need to know, Hulu production, you didn't want to give ABC the heads up?
That's what I've been saying. Make this make any sense, okay? Hulu and ABC it's all like the Disney, ABC, Hulu. It's all the same overarching company. So how did the team on Hulu not be like, hey, ABC, she's still with her baby daddy over here? Like, she's about to not get on the plane. Maybe she's not the right pick for The Bachelorette. She could be pregnant right now. Like, it's so insane that no one gave a heads up that Taylor Frankie Paul was not ready to
It makes me think they chose her as a joke. Like, I think they knew that she was acting like, and they're like, you know what? People are going to watch just for her. Who cares what she did on Mormon Wives? And I think the opposite, like, we're losing the plot. We used to love The Bachelorette, the whole Bachelor franchise, because it's seeing people fall in love and hope that they stay together and show that it works. Yeah. So now I already was going into this like, after watching Mormon Wives, I'm like, if I'm going to watch The Bachelorette, I'm not even that hopeful because Taylor's literally with her baby daddy up until she leaves.
Yeah, exactly. I would have loved to see Miranda.
Justice from you need a divorce chase so you can be.
Yes, I would love to see it. You might not like this, but I'm seeing rumors that they may do, which I don't mind that they may switch it up and do a live season. They're saying, which is kind of interesting because you could watch it in real time. We don't have to wait
because Love Island's such a hit. I get it.
Period. But they're saying there's like a little thing going on
just spit it out
online that it might be Maura Higgins. I think the traitors.
Oh, yeah, you had to say that.
I had to give you a little.
No, I wouldn't mind it.
Okay.
I wouldn't. Like,
her fashion would eat.
But, like, she lives in the States? Would it be like she'd be dating someone here? I just don't know where it would be.
Yeah, it would be here. It's
a
U.S.
American
season. Well,
yeah. No, I'm just saying she's not American. I don't think she's from here, right?
She's not from here.
No, that's just different.
They would have to figure it out. But I think, like, she's building her career here, so she's probably going to be here. Like, she's really fully,
her little accent's cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, as long as Kyle Cook stays away.
I would be in it for the looks and like her little funny, like quirky, like
she dresses so cute.
Yeah, so her fashion.
I will never forget how you trusted Rob, but we still love you.
Yes. Period. Okay, Jessi Draper went on Call Her Daddy. Amid all of this, Jordan could not stand that he was not getting the attention. So he had to go and file for divorce.
His porcupine looking ass.
His leprechaun ass. Literally.
When Jessi kind of let it all out, put everything on the table about how their marriage was not perfect. After about a year, she just saw red flags, how controlling he is. It's the brand. Like, it does not surprise me one bit. Yeah. He wants to be the man, but not. Like, it's just, he wants to control,
he wants
but
gender roles, but he doesn't work.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
He wants to stay home and watch the kids, but wants to go play golf.
But wants to play golf, and there's a full-time nanny, and he doesn't help with the kids until nighttime and when she leaves.
Okay. And no offense, but, like, I feel like a man should, like, and it happens. There's times when men are stay-at-home dads, and that's beautiful. Yes. And they love their wife up, love being a father, love doing all those house things while their wife is holding it down. And I think the way he treats her, it's like the way you're treating her is so disgusting, and you do nothing.
Yeah, and you do nothing. This man is a whole coward. I could not believe that Jessi she let her name be dragged through the mud all of last season, damn well knowing this man was paying for escorts.
And having
orgies.
First off, of course he got to pay for it.
Like, let him know.
That better not be Jessi's money.
No, it was. The thing is, she found out about him paying escorts 2 weeks before the Marciano scenario happened. And she had said, and she kept it very quiet, that they were not doing well. They had been going through things in their relationship. His infidelity. She was just talking about like the mental abuse and the fighting and the screaming and all of that. But she never even let this man, like, she never let out that he was cheating. And like, she goes away with her girls. Her marriage is failing. Like, she had a lapse in judgment, and you can feel how sincerely sad she was. But he let her say that she was having an affair for an entire season and swallowed that and took the blame. And every interview she did, I was having an affair. Didn't even sleep with a man. Did not even sleep with a man. What a coward that he let her say this to the entire world on national television and did not ever act like she maybe did this for a reason. Like, you literally slept with somebody else and you're letting her take the fall and she didn't.
I don't condone cheating at all. But when Jessi did what she did, which was technically kissing Marciano, I already knew things were not good with Jordan. I already knew a woman doesn't run to another man if her man's like, I could tell the way Jordan talks to her, makes her feel, all the stuff she keeps doing to herself, he probably makes her feel so small. Yeah. Doesn't tell her how beautiful she is, and she's freaking gorgeous.
Yeah.
So
she's so insecure because of this man.
And she has a great heart. Yeah. And I'm not surprised that this man was doing him, and it led her to do the little things she did compared to what he's doing.
Yes.
And she even said, like,
and let her take the fall.
And she said she did this hoping he would divorce her. And she didn't care how it looked. She just wanted out of that relationship. Yeah. And you know why he didn't divorce her? He needs her money. Yeah. Where would he go from her to what?
He doesn't want to work.
Yep. So it kind of bit her in the ass because it's like, damn, I protected his name. I was hoping he would leave me, and he won't. And now I'm stuck in this until she finally did what was best for her, and I'm so proud of her.
I loved that she just went and aired all of this out. Jordan filed for divorce, and he's, like, once again, such a loser. Like, they had this discussion. She was like, I can't do this. Like, I don't want to be in this marriage. They decided to file together. They decided to sit their kids down and do it together. They were going to handle it. Yep. And he ran to the court to file on his own. They said they were going to put down irreconcilable differences. He puts down infidelity on her side.
Who did he call right after?
TMZ. Delivers a statement.
You and freaking Dakota? Y'all must be on TMZ
that
payroll.
Was the craziest. I felt for her so much. And the fact that she was like in such a like control. She kept talking about how controlling he was and how he would like stalk her, hack her things, spy on her. She couldn't be in the home because he was like watching the cameras and listening in.
He gives that.
Like, that's so crazy. Like, Alix was saying, because Jessi's been staying in a hotel, and Alix was like, why are you always the one to leave? Like, this is your home. You pay for it. Like, make him leave. He's so nasty about it. He's like, well, you're the one who wants this, so you go. And she's like, but the thing is, for me, I don't even know what other cameras or things he has set up in the house that he's watching me on. So I feel safer being in a hotel than like whatever he could be watching or doing when I'm home. Could you imagine you don't feel safe in your home like that?
I can't imagine that anyone's hearing this, watching Mormon Wives and thinks, let me date this man.
Yeah.
If there's anyone that dates this man after that,
there will be.
That will be insane to me because I can tell he would be like this with everyone, controlling, like psycho. Like, I'm so happy she got out of that.
And she said like her final straw too was like a couple weeks ago, her sister and her sister's husband, they were out to dinner and someone approached them and they were like, oh, is Jessi still with her husband? And then was like, oh, yeah, we see him at these parties all the time. These like sex parties where you like pay for orgies and stuff. How embarrassing.
I feel like also what really made me just so mad is the way she found out he filed. TMZ sent her a message.
Yes.
Asking how she is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, we have a child together.
Yeah.
Our children. We have children together. We've been dating. I'm the mother of your kid. And you don't have the decency to tell me first. I have to find out.
This is what he wanted to do.
Such a loser.
He is. And the fact that he put infidelity knowing damn well, that needs to be studied. What?
I want to set her up with someone.
Oh, God, you're itching.
A matchmaker.
Who?
I don't know. She's just such a beautiful soul. Okay. Like, I have to think on this, but like, she deserves the best.
Yes.
She's so beautiful inside and out.
Yes.
Stay away from Marciano.
And I have to say, like, I feel bad for her that she went and got all of this like work done and felt so insecure because she's always been so beautiful.
So beautiful.
But her work eats. She looks great.
She looks great.
I hope she like starts to feel like come into her own, start to feel so confident. And then I got like flashbacks from like Chris from Love is Blind when she was saying how, did you hear this part? He was so controlling and would say things to her
the
like,
Pilates.
Yes, I want like more gender roles. Like I want you to be in your feminine and I'll be in my masculine. I want you to go to Pilates every day. Excuse me? She's running an empire and paying all the bills.
And do you see his little ad?
And like, what do you mean? Like in what way when these men are asking for Pilates, like in what way? Like for her body, for her perfect body compared to his? Like I'm so confused by what does that mean? And literally, if you want to be in your masculine and you like gender roles, then get up and work. Why is she paying for everything? Why don't you have a job? Why don't you?
Dad talk is going to be a flop.
Oh my God.
I'm blocking all y'all.
I love how she was like, yeah, that started off as a joke. And then he became so competitive and like got sick about it. And she was like, it was so cringy.
See, the thing that's cringy, and I'm so sorry for anyone that takes offense to this. I don't mind a man as an influencer, but I like it more when it's like a lifestyle. Like you're a cook, so you're showing us meals. You're a fitness person, so you're doing fitness stuff. But if you are on here doing dances.
Or like and you're just doing thirst traps.
Yeah.
Like giving fuckboy.
Like trying too hard. And then you're like literally, this isn't something you came up with.
Yeah.
Like mom talk's always been a thing. You would not have dad talk if it wasn't for mom talk. Like I just can't. It's so cringe.
And for him to say like, we don't want to ride their coattails anymore. We want our own thing. First of all, dad talk is literally the definition of riding their coattails. And even Jessi said it in the interview. She's like, he doesn't like get, maybe he's had one thing on his own, but like even when like dad talk gets like a deal or anything, it has to include me. Like whenever the brand wants something, it's like involving me with him. So it's like, it's not even like he can do this on his own without her as it is.
Cameo's gonna be his
GoFundMe.
Go his cameo's gonna be. No, I'm gonna get a cameo from him, and it's gonna be a message.
Don't.
It's gonna be a message to my man saying how masculine he is and how he's so good
God.
and how he loves me so right, and he would never cheat on me or hire or get with an escort and none of those things. And I want it to come out of his mouth.
Yo, that was like I can't.
And then the only thing watching Call Her Daddy, I was a little disappointed to hear that she did sleep with him one last time. But I will let it pass. Just because. Technically, so your husband.
You know what it is to me that bothered me more? It wasn't like I'm on my way, like we're separating like one last time for old time's sake. It wasn't like that. It was him begging and her saying no repeatedly. That's what made me feel icky.
Yeah.
Like I can't act like I've never been like, all right, one last time, even though we're done, and wanted it. She literally was forced, and she was talking about how her body had been rejecting him and how she felt so that there was like a moment where she was like, this is a PSA, like your body will tell you. She's like, I would start to feel sick. I would want to throw up every time. Like even if he would touch my arm, I'd be like, don't touch me. Like you repel him. So the fact that like, it's not like they were just like, whatever, like I'm leaving. This is our last time. It was like, he's like, come on, please, 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 please. That's like, oh my God. Ugh, that makes me sick. But I'm trying to look at my notes to see if we missed anything. He would blackmail her all the time with the texts from Marciano.
Or try to record her and make her try and get aggressive.
Yeah, and then be like, oh, what are you going to be like Taylor now? It's sick. Like, this whole thing is sick.
Come here. Come to the front. Please, please. The people that raise this lame excuse of a man, you did an awful job.
Oh, my God. It's so bad.
It's embarrassing. I would be embarrassed if that was someone. Ugh.
It's really, really sad. And I think we're seeing this common theme, too, where these men cannot handle these women being successful. Like, all of their marriages are falling apart. And it's just, like, sad because I feel like they, in their culture, like, they're supposed to, like, marry, like, young and just, like, find somebody and start having a family. And it's, like, it's backfiring because you're not really knowing these people to their core. And it's, like, so sad to see. It's just... Look at Jessi compared to this poor excuse of a man. Like, the difference is so extreme.
Oh, and girl, literally, we got to get out of Utah. Let's get out of dating in Utah.
Oh, my God, for real.
I'm going to set you up with someone.
Please,
I got you.
Okay, aside from this, in the Call Her Daddy interview, Alix asked Jessi, has anyone heard from Ben from last season? Mm-hmm. And then Jessi starts laughing, and she said, stay tuned. Ben, a.k.a. the man that Taylor, Frankie Paul, was kind of fooling around with before the Bachelorette. Is he been in the block? Can we also, the alleged winner of the Bachelorette, Doug Mason, he's like, at first I thought he was like really sweet. He came out and spoke out in support of Taylor because her season got like canceled and whatever. But now I feel like he's just trying really hard to like get his time. Somebody like tagged him about like, oh, make him the next Bachelor, and he was like commenting back like, yeah, like that would be fire, and like he's just like interjecting himself into a lot of things, and I'm starting to get the ick
I
already.
wouldn't want to see the Bachelor be someone we don't know.
I'm
already.
Starting to get the ick because he's like been really just wanting this clout.
And I hope 10, oh gosh, guys. I hope Taylor and Ben aren't a thing because that girl needs to not be dating.
I know.
She needs to not be dating.
And I mean, maybe if he's like a good distraction for her and it's like someone familiar, if it gets her away from Dakota, I don't think it's the right answer.
If my brother brought Taylor home, I'd be like, no. That girl needs some healing. Like,
could you imagine?
That's what, like, I love Taylor. Like, I love her. You know, I know she's going through it, but I think she needs to focus on her.
Yeah. Agree. Now, as we wrap this up, should we just any comments you want to say on the season of Mormon Wives as a whole? I think we should talk about the Jen and Whitney.
Well, I will say, that's what I was going to say. Like, I like Whitney this season. I hope this is genuinely who she is, but I feel like I've known her the last 3 seasons and I was sideways looking at her. But now I really like her and I'm happy for all the success she's getting. And Zach, you a lame little bitch.
Yeah. I feel like Whitney's really coming into her own. And I think it shows, too, that she has some, like, distance from Demi. She's doing her own thing. Like, she's being her own person. I think, like, her biggest flaw was, like, she just wanted so badly, like, to be liked and whatever. And I think, like, now that she's been able to, like, spread her wings, she has such a beautiful, healthy relationship. Like, Connor and Whitney are actually a great example of what, like, a couple should be and supporting each other looks like.
Yes.
And it's very apparent that the women who don't have this are not doing. Like, the fact that how Jordan reacted to Jessi's success, look at that versus how Connor is. Look at Jen and Zach. What a loser Zach is.
Zach and Jordan, same person.
Yes.
Pieces of shit.
Yep.
Don't want their wives to be successful, but don't want to work.
Yes.
Don't want to be home with their kids.
Yes. Zach trying to mom shame Jen.
I have no words. Everything out of Zach's mouth. Like, he's just, I don't know what Jen sees in this man. And Jen is another one that I can't stand.
Yeah.
But after making the comment about when you see your wife dancing with someone else at Disney,
please.
Come on now. I don't want to hear
dancing with her dance partner on the Dancing with the Stars as part of her job. the Disney thing, it's not like they went on a Disney trip by themselves. They went on a Disney trip with the Dancing with the Stars
to shoot content
because they did a Disney week on Dancing with the Stars.
And it makes sense. They do content. Like, that's normal.
Yes.
You're there
it wasn't
stalking
even
them,
just
practicing.
to shoot content. That Disney thing was filmed as a segment for Dancing with the Stars.
Yes, it makes sense.
They went on a trip with the production team. This wasn't like after hours filming for fun.
I can imagine they're practicing and Zach's like, your hand a little more to the side there.
He made her feel like absolute, like the fact that it's actually laughable. Like, obviously we know what a pussy he is for going to like yell at a woman. And like, I loved how Connor reacted to that whole thing. Like, he ate with that. But the fact that like, oh, you think you're going and defending Jen? You're Jen's worst enemy. Like, you're sitting here. She's living out her dream for a couple weeks. This will never happen to her again in her life. This is a lifelong dream she's always had. And you're going to make her feel such guilt about it. That's honestly probably why like she didn't shine the way she could have.
When he walked into that door to sit with Whitney, first thing out of his mouth is, "I'm not scared of Whitney." Do you think you look like this supportive husband? Yeah. Like, no, you look like this little ass man that came to confront a woman.
Yeah.
You know, if you have an issue, like I get a man wanting to defend his wife. Then you pick up the phone and you call her husband.
Yeah.
You know? You say what you got to say. And if I feel like it's relevant, I'll tell my wife. Otherwise, we're going to probably go at it for
have Connor go with Whitney and then you show up.
Exactly. Like, be like, Whitney, bring your man because I'm going to be there. Please.
That whole thing was crazy.
His parents should be embarrassed.
And then him pretending like that was him defending his woman when you have your wife who's 8 weeks postpartum being like on one of the most like challenging shows and she's like living out her dream and you're literally just supporting her downfall in this.
She's literally paying the bills. She's paying the bills.
That was so nasty. I could not believe.
Jen needs to
We
leave
knew
that
he was
man.
this person all along. She was just trying to cover it up. Like when we heard that she was going on, we were like, oh, he's gonna have a problem with with her partner.
Of course he said something.
Yeah.
Of course he did.
How dare
And if she gets a spinoff, if he's in it, like just throw
the
the whole couple
with
out.
That man, she's just never going
he is the reason. I will never get over the fact that he said that Jen trapped him into having another baby. Your kid's gonna see that one day. That's so embarrassing.
And then he's sitting here like, I don't want to take care of these kids. Why are you dancing so much? They need their mom.
And she trapped you, but you have no job. How'd she trap you?
Yeah.
If anything, you're an extra mouth to feed.
Why did you leave medical school? And the thing is, that's what's so annoying too. Like, she supported him and everything, and now it's her turn, and this is what a partnership is.
And it's not convenient for him.
Yeah.
You need to go home and be a mother, but also take care of us and do it. Like, it makes no sense. I don't know how any of these women find their men attractive, except for the few that we love. Yes. But like,
no. The whole thing is crazy. And I loved even like the whole season being about these men like foaming at the mouth to go on Vanderpump Villa. I loved seeing like the men that were just like, who was it? Macy's husband or
Jacob?
Or which one of them was like,
let's
go to the park with my kids. Like, and Jordan's like, yeah, let's go. And like egging on men to be unfaithful.
Is his name Jacob? Did I make that up?
I don't know what his name is.
Oh my God, that's awful.
I know what
but he's one of my favorites. Yeah. I only know the difference between him and Jace. Like, he's darker featured. So I want to say it's Jacob.
Yep.
Let's go.
Right. His name is Jacob.
But yeah, he was so sweet.
Yes, he was. And like, I love
you could
that
be friends with my man any
I feel
day.
like Macy can be herself around him too and like tell him like things that annoy her. Like, they're so real. I love them. I'm happy that she like, I feel it sucks that like a lot of the Taylor drama like clouded because the women have a lot of like really exciting things going on in their lives. And I feel like the focus was so much on like the toxicity between Taylor and Dakota. And it's like you have two of the cast members going on Dancing with the Stars. You have Macy dropping this book. You have things going on. Like, it's just, it's tough that like all of that was clouded by by that toxic
and I love
relationship.
Like, if I had to be friends with these girls, like, I love Macy. I love Miranda. I love Jessi. Like, I would be friends with those three. Yeah. Those are my girls.
And then, like, the whole thing, I agree. And I also, like, I like Michaela, even though she's really going through it. I feel bad for her. And for Jace, I feel bad for. But what was I going to say? Shania. I wanted to bring up Shania.
The Shania thing, I feel like Not that, like, yes, she's friends. It's more, I would say, for Miranda. Like, I don't think she owes Taylor anything. I think Dakota's manipulating. Like, I think he used her, love bombed her, and she thought something of it. She should have just stayed away from it.
Yeah.
He made you look stupid. Miranda's annoyed with you now. Now you put her in the middle of this.
Yeah.
But Taylor, I don't feel bad for her. Like, when are you going to leave this man? He told you he was with it, and you still sleep with it. Like, this man can sleep with the whole world, and it didn't matter to her.
I feel most bad for Miranda in this scenario. Same. Obviously, Taylor's not even with this guy. She's going on The Bachelorette. Like, whatever. Dakota can do what he wants. However, it's totally wrong of Shania. The first thing is, like, that's your best friend of 10 years. I would never do that to you. I don't care if you introduce me to a girl day one and
You mean Miranda? Miranda's her friend of 10 years?
Miranda, yeah.
Yes, okay.
What did I say? Sorry.
No. I just didn't know if she was friends with Taylor for 10 years.
Miranda is friends with Shania of 10 years. Mm-hmm. If you introduce me to a girl and I start going after their baby daddy, I don't care if I only met that girl for one freaking lunch. That's so wrong of me to do that to you. Put you in that position. It's messy. We're all in a friend group. That's so wrong. And Taylor, like, knows her more than that. She was talking to her about, like, her breakup that she had recently gone through. She was consoling her, relating to her. And that night, Shania decides to jump on her baby daddy's dick. Like, that's so wrong. That's so wrong. I understand her being pissed. I don't think her reaction to Miranda was appropriate. I think Miranda, like, had every right to be upset. Mm-hmm. And then you go and see Shania now has had a threesome with Chase and another woman.
Kind of like what Macy said.
Miranda.
Utah can't be that small.
Period.
Like, that's it, you know?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
This girl just wants to get on the show.
Like, she's someone I would never want to be friends with. Like, I think, like, whatever, you know, I mostly blame Dakota. You know, like you said, I don't think Taylor has a right to be mad, but I also think she should have never got involved. Like, you're getting what you get because you should have known better.
Yeah.
What was it worth it? No.
And it's so crazy.
Yeah. No, I agree. It was just.
I want to see if we have any other things to say.
Well, one thing that I do respect that Jessi mentions, they did stop filming Mormon Wives because of everything going on with Taylor, and I think that was the right thing to do.
I agree.
So I'm happy that we won't see that. I don't want to revisit that.
Yeah.
You know, and if they continue to film it and we had to go through it live, it's too much. It's too much.
And I think that the reason was, like, once again, like, their friendship is so beautiful because a lot of people were like, oh, the women, they were saying, the rumors were that the women refused to film with Taylor, so production has halted. Jessi gets on here and she's like, no, we all made this decision to pause filming because a lot is happening in real time. Nobody wants to say the wrong thing. We're all processing this information in real time. We don't know what's going on. And it's so true. Like, you may misspeak. You may think one thing and then the next week you find out all these other details and then it's something else. You don't want that. Like, you don't want to be held to your word in these moments. You're also, like, in shock. You're feeling conflicted feelings about everything going on. They're like, the right thing to do was just to pause because we had to process all. Like, you don't want your raw, like, feelings learning all of this to come out on camera. That you can never take those moments back.
Also, they're going through litigations right now, and I think it's best not to speak on it. And like I said, I don't want this to come out a new season, and we have to, like, by then, hopefully things have moved on.
Yeah.
And we don't need to hash that out again.
Yeah, I agree.
So I respect that.
Perfect way to wrap it up. Do you want to say anything else about anything? Do you want to wait to talk about Summer House next week since ain't nothing going on?
Nothing going on. Summer House such a flop. Like, you guys just need to cancel the show.
Bring back
new
Paige
cast.
and Hannah.
Yeah, like new cast or just give
new cast or bust.
It's bust. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. All right.
If you're watching on YouTube, please make sure to subscribe. We're also on TikTok and Instagram at girlplease_podcast.
Love you guys.